let's take it forward. The People's Democratic Party, main opposition party, has reacted to this. They said the declaration by President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term is an internal affairs of his party, the APC. The statement released earlier today reads, and I quote, "The declaration has placed President Buhari among the ranks of aspirants seeking to be the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria effective May 29, 2019. Until he becomes the candidate of the APC, we will not spend precious time on his mere show of interest." Well, the APC National Executive Committee met in Abuja today, and the announcement of the president's re-election was made at the meeting. Also at the meeting, but a closed-door session, President Buhari says the All Progressives Congress may consider granting waivers to National Chairman John Oyegun and other party executives at all levels when the party holds its convention. According to a statement by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, President Buhari presented a speech on the report submitted to the party's National Executive Technical Committee, which looked into the issue of extension of tenure for Oyegun and others. Then you know that that extension matter was a knotty issue. So it perhaps tore the party apart, and the leaders were at different stances. And some people believe the extension should not stay. Some people also, some others in the party believe the extension is unnecessary. So let's get the conversation started. So we have the spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress, Malam Balaji Abdullah, joins us on Politics Today tonight. Many thanks for joining us on the program tonight.
Thank you very much.
And I must say, it's somewhat some news for Nigeria today, especially when the president came out to say he's going to run for election. Does this come as a surprise to some members of the party?
Well, no, it did not come as a surprise. And in any case, so many senior and not so senior party members across the country have in the past months been urging Mr. President to make his intentions known. And I recall this was an issue that was brought up during the penultimate National Caucus meeting. So we are delighted that finally Mr. President has announced that he will recontest. You needed to be at the NEC meeting today, and everyone was quite excited because we believe principally that it gives some kind of direction to the party. Because we were beginning to get experience a bit of anxiety that we are moving so close to the general elections, and we were not so clear about the direction that Mr. President would like to go.
But is that excitement that you saw today, are those true and genuine excitement? Because we know some leaders of your party also have interest.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's normal for other people to be interested in contesting for the president. And Mr. President, as things stand today, is only an aspirant on the platform of our party. The constitution of APC allows other members to also express interest, and that will be dealt with accordingly in accordance with the constitution. You know, but what I saw today, and I'm able to report, was that the excitement, the response was quite spontaneous. You know, that even before he finished making his statement, he was held up for a couple of minutes, you know, that members rose and began to clap, both on the high table and in the crowd. So for me, I believe it was a kind of relief, you know, that finally we are getting a sense of direction ahead of the election.
Is President Buhari perhaps the best candidate of your party at this time?
I'm not in a position to say that because I'm a member of the executive committee of the party.
But you should be able to tell us what your party, because of the the kind of agitations on the minds of many Nigerians, because of a lot of issues regarding his personal life and a whole lot of issues. Seeking election for another 4 years. A lot of people will think that that's going to be a very arduous task. So the question would be, could he be the best candidate of your party right now?
I think it would be a bit prejudicial to other members who may want to contest to say that kind of thing. But what I believe as a member of the party is that the work that Mr. President has started a little over 3 years ago, or about 3 years ago, is so fundamental to the development of this country that he needs opportunity to build on that and to consolidate on it. There are quite significant things if you look at it. A couple of weeks back, there was this issue about the first 4 years of President Obasanjo. And I recall that even at the point that people were beginning to suggest that he could go for a third term, some of the argument is that, oh, we spent the first 3 years cleaning up on the mess, quote unquote, left by the military, or we spent the first 4 years trying to plan and all that. Now we need some of the initiatives will not mature until well into this. So I think the framers of our constitution know that 4 years cannot be enough, you know, to achieve the full realization of all that government tried to achieve. So for me, I think it is in the interest of Nigeria that we allow the work that has started in the last 4 years to continue. And I believe in that light that President Buhari has brought something to this country that is different. And what he has brought to this country that is different is that his avowed commitment to fight against corruption is so fundamental that sometimes we lose the understanding of what it means. And I like to tell people that the fact that we're having these conversations around corruption on a daily basis means one thing, that Nigerians have not accepted corruption as a way of life. It means that that's not who we are. It takes a President Buhari to start the conversation, to get the conversation going. This kind of conversation was not happening 4 years ago.
Because, I mean, a major question, Malam Abdullah, is the fact that a candidate Buhari in 2019, the space seems to have been so much liberalized. We've seen a lot of younger folks who are coming to the table now. Is a candidate Buhari for APC in 2019 going to be a threat to perhaps a PDP and some other party?
Well, I mean, I will not use the word threat. What I've tried to articulate is that we must have a vision of where we want to get to as a country. And I believe when we brought the progressive ideas that we started with in 2015 are still quite germane. And we are making progress towards the realization of that. And we believe that the best person to lead us into that future is the man who has started it. Without prejudice, like I said, like I keep saying to those other people who may want to contest into other party members who may want to contest in 2019. Whether he will be a threat to other candidates or other aspirants on the platform of other parties depends on the kind of people they are. Yes, it's interesting to see younger people coming forward to say they want to be president, but you and I know that the presidency of Nigeria, under the circumstance that we are, under the situation that we are in now, is such a, especially given the political environment that we have, is so complicated that it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of collaboration, a lot of networking across the various divides to do it. So I think it's good that we have younger people having aspiration, but to say that these younger people will constitute a threat I don't think so. All
right, we'll take a breather. When we come back, the spokesperson of the ruling APC, Malam Bolaji Abdullah, is still with us in the studio. So when we come back, it's going to be the issues of the extension of tenure and the outcome of today's NEC meeting. Is the APC out of the woods just yet, or the crisis just started on a full scale? We'll find out after this break, everyone. Join us again.